First you're going to start with your e.l.f. eyelid primer, and I'm just going to put that all over my eye, from the lid to the brow bone, and just blend it in with your ring finger, and bring it a little bit down and into the inner corner. The first shadow we're going to be using is the e.l.f. pigment in Golden Goddess. And just since it's a loose pigment, just tap a little bit of it into the lid. And I'm going to be using the Eco Tools shade brush, which is just this really tiny one. And I'm going to pick up product and tap off the excess and put it on the inner half. Next I'm going to use, from the Coastal Scents palette, one of the darker golds that is on this side. I am probably going to use this one right here. And I don't have any that are from the drugstore, but I'm sure that you could find a darker gold from the drugstore as well, but I'm just going to use this one. Again, using the same brush. And I'm going to put that on the second half. Next I'm going to take, also from the Coastal Scents palette, the black that is at the bottom of it, but I know that you could find any black from, or any black color from a drugstore, whether it is matte or sparkly, but I'm just going to use this one right here. And I'm going to be using this brush, which is also from Coastal Scents. This side has like a shader side, and this side has a crease side. I'm going to use this tiny crease side. Tap off the excess. And I'm going to work this kind of, if you see the other eye, very lightly into the crease and up a little bit. And then work it in a little bit. It's okay if you're a little bit messy, because we're going to be blending everything out and fixing things. If you smudge it a little bit, just use your fingers to try to get it off. That's what I would do. You can go back in with concealer later if you mess up with black. It's not really a big deal. And then I'm going to take this blending brush, which is from Sonia Kashuk, which, just for reference, this is the one that I just used, and this is the blending brush. And I'm going to take that gold color that we used first from e.l.f. and just swirl it into the blending brush, tap off my excess, and use that to blend out the black. For a highlight color, I'm going to use the Revlon matte color in Vintage Lace, and for this I'm just going to use my finger because I think that's easiest. So put some on your ring finger and just kind of lightly tap it there and then blend it out a little bit. Just like that. For eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Ultra Liner in black, which just has a tiny little thing like this. And I will try to stay in frame while I do this, but it might be a little bit difficult for me because I have trouble doing this eye. But you're just going to draw a thin line above from the inner corner to the outside. You're not going to wing it out or anything. Okay, I went out of frame for the majority of that. I'm sorry, but that was really hard for me to do with the way that I have everything set up because my mirror is like up there or whatever. But basically just a thin line along your upper lash line. Next I'm going to take my eyelash curler. This is just the e.l.f. eyelash curler. It was $1. And curl my lashes. And then the two mascaras I would recommend are this one, which is by LA Splash, and it is in the color Black Gem, and it is just a black with kind of sparkles. And I would also recommend the CoverGirl Lash Blast in the orange tube, but I'm just going to use this, and you're going to put 1 to 2 coats on your upper and lower lashes. The reason I like using this one is it's good for lower lashes because it doesn't define them as much, and this has very tiny bristles. It separates the lashes pretty nicely too. Alright, and that is your finished eye look. I did my foundation before I started recording this video, but for foundation, use either whatever works for you, or I would recommend the CoverGirl Nature Luxe Silk Cream Foundation. I really like this, especially for people with dry skin. It goes on very well. And then to set my foundation, I use the CoverGirl translucent powder that just comes with the little puff, but I use this powder brush from EcoTools, so I would use that. And then for concealer, I use the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and that works well also. And next, I am going to do a blush color, and for blush, I would recommend any of the e.l.f. Studio Line blushes that come in this packaging. I'm going to use the color Candid Coral, which just looks like this, and a blush brush from Sonia Kashuk. And just work that on the apples and up to my temples. By working it up to your temples, it kind of gives you that look of being flushed rather than just a straight line, so I recommend doing that as well. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I contoured my cheeks just a little bit. I don't typically like doing that, but I used the e.l.f. contouring blush and bronzing powder, and just that one right there. For a lip color, I'm first going to moisturize my lips and use the EOS lip balm. And for a lip color, in a way to kind of match the color that I used for the cheeks, I'm going to use the L'Oreal color in 401 Peach Parfait. It's kind of just a light Your Lips But Better in kind of an orange tone, I guess. And then for lip gloss, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Super Shiny Gloss, since this is Drugstore, but if you have it, I would recommend the Luster Glass in Love Nectar by MAC. And this, oh, the e.l.f. gloss, I forgot to mention the name, is in Pink Kiss. And I'm going to blend that with my fingers. And that is your final makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.